And with all that stuff being fixed, I have found another issue, as always. Another issue is right here. For American engineers... staan. Wees ze ook tegen. Welcome back, few ladies and gentlemen. I am proud to announce you a second video and the final video of this beauty. First of all, I would like to thank you all for supporting me, especially to all those people who financially supported me. It's not much, but I really appreciate it. I was able to fix almost everything and it took quite a lot of time, because we all know you fix one thing on an old car, second thing breaks down. And it goes on and it goes on. Let me show you what I managed to fix on this beauty. I think it is the time to fix the steering column, because check this out. Yeah, it looks great and it gives a perfect driving performance. And these old Corvettes have the problems in this linkage right here, and I am gonna fix it right now. Well, if you want to remove your steering wheel on a proper way, you need a steering wheel puller. I don't have it, because you need American thread screws. There are two holes right here where you can install your puller, but I don't have it. And I will show you the Balkan way how to remove it. So, you need two strong arms. You just pull it by hand in the back, and the second guy does one tap with a hammer and then it just goes off. As you can see, nothing broken, still everything in one piece. The next step is just to remove all these plastic pieces. No special tools needed. Now you need to press this plate with your hands. And with another hand you need to pull this retainer, because down there is a spring. Oh yeah, almost there. Like this. I am not removing this complete flasher unit, because these cables, they run through all of that and there is a very small amount of place to remove it, so I will leave it like this. The next step is to remove the ignition cylinder. So put it in on position and press this small pin in and just pull it out like this. So this is the pin I was talking about, and now just remove these three screws. They are holding this housing, and just simply pull it back. If you are a Corvette owner and you have play in your steering wheel or your steering column, it is now the best time to see what's the problem. As you can see, this torque screw down there, it is completely loose. And there is not only one screw, there are few of them. Right now you need to pull these pins out on the right side and on the left side in order to remove this upper piece, and then you have a great access to the screws. But what I like to do is to remove the screws and then apply a Loctite on them, tighten them down, and they will never ever get loose again. So let's do it. It is a easy fix. You are telling me right now that you are empty. As you can see, no more play. So, easy fix. But it would be a stupid idea to tighten only one screw, because only one screw will not hold this piece for a long time. And what you need to do is insert a screw in this pin right here. Use this one and then just pull it out like this. And do the same on the second side. After that you will be able to remove this whole piece. Because of tilt function, it is a goddamn nightmare to disassemble all these parts in order to get to these 4 screws. But I made it. I didn't want to take all apart because I can do it another way, and I did it. And you'll see in a minute there is no more play in a steering wheel. When you install this upper bearing part back on, make sure that these clips gets all the way behind in order for your tilt function to move whole way up and down again. And after that you need a bit more force in order to pull this one down and install the spin back in. Like this. It will be perfect if you would have second hand. After you have installed these 2 pins on the both sides, just make sure you check your tilt function again, like this. It is fully functional again, and now you can continue with assembly from whole rest of it. I'll be honest with you, it wasn't an easy job to fix that, because you have a huge amount of parts you need to remove. You need to make sure that you place them in the same order back again, but it is doable. If you do it with time and you make sure you remember what belongs where, you will be able to do it yourself, because there are no special tools needed. Check this out! No more play! It is all tight. All the functions are working. Even my small grandma could drive this car right now, because you can tilt it, you can pull it out. It is pain in the ass, but I did it, I made it, and it works. If you remember, in this video I told you I will replace this circuit board, because original one is in bad shape and this is brand new. I had to order it in America, of course, because you don't get these parts for Corvette in Germany, or you don't get all of it here. And I also bought a nice and old style radio. It ain't a original radio, but it looks fine, and it does look like from the 80s. You can judge me if you want, but I think that this radio looks pretty great on this dashboard. Yep, someone already tried to fix this one. He did it, but I don't like this kind of fush on electric, because there are many burned up cars, and no, not with me. Make sure that the new one is the correct one, and it should look the same as it does. Just a bit. There it is, all in place. Back in the days you were able to choose if you want to have better equipment on the car or if you want something cheap. And this first owner chose a oil temperature gauge. So it means it has separate plugs, it goes a separate connector to it, and it is not connected to this circuit board right here. This one is actually for the clock. If you have a clock right here, then you will need to connect this small connector right here. I don't have a clock. I have a super special exclusive package on this Corvette, so I have oil temperature gauge, and that's the reason why I don't need this one. In any case, if you are doing this, make sure you isolate this one, because this is positive terminal and you don't want this one somewhere here on your negative terminal. In the meantime, you are already here. It means you have a best access to these bubbles. Now it's the time to change them, because they are, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 years old. Just put the new ones in. Now I'm gonna test it in the car, and after that I will install this radio. I need to put some holders on the back plate right here, and this will be tricky, but I will do it. And it will look better than the previous one. It is all connected. We do have alternator, low fuel. We don't have it because we have some fuel in it still. Check engine light, and the voltage is working again. So let's see if this one will start. Oh yeah, nice. Working, not able to see, engine is cold. Not able to see, engine is cold. Fuel, working. All the lights are out, it means it is fully functional again. This is what I came up to. These ones are used for non-original radios on the cars. So what that means is you can install it in your car, and after that you can put your radio inside. And there are the clips that's gonna hold the radio in the place. The problem with this radio is you don't have any place between the radio and this plastic up here and there in order to pull it out. So what that means, you can judge me on that, I don't care. I will glue this metal piece on this plastic piece down there. Why? Because this is a original part from the car. As you can see, it has been cut out. So it means I am not able to install original radio anymore. So I came up with this idea, and with this idea it will look decent, and if someone wants, he can buy this whole part new and install original radio, but trust me, no one will do that. So all these electrical gauges have been checked, they are working. Now it is the time to install this nice radio. I do have this USB connection. I will try to pull it out on this side. Maybe the new owner will sometimes wanna hear his own music. We have some sound, but we don't have signal in this garage. Even the antenna is working. You can hear it clicking. Come on. So this user book says it does have Bluetooth, USB, I saw that, aux in, and all that features. You can even receive your call because you have Bluetooth. It's logic. So let's try it out. Doesn't this radio looks great on this car right now? Tell me what you mean. I am on my way to visit a Stuttgart Retro Classic Messe. As you can see, a nice parking is right there in front of me. Bosch Parkhaus. Someone from you know this place really well. Well, me too. You will never guess which engine this 8 Series has. Diesel engine from 7 Series. So it yourself. I think my friend Stratton has one of these in America, California, not sure, but it could be the one. Yet it is. Such a nice car. Do you know which car is this? Well, you will never guess it. Take a better look. It is a Opel Omega A. And the best thing on this car is it has which engine? It is BMW engine. And it is not a regular engine, it is S38 engine from M5 E34. So someone decided to put finally a great engine in such a car. Because Opel engines could not do that what this engine did. Didn't I tell you I need a new carrier? This looks so goddamn great. Willing to trade for Corvette C3? Let's ask the owner. Lamborghini today. Lamborghini in the old days. Well, well, well. As a kid, we had one of these. Zastava 750. Engine in the back, rear-wheel drive. Originally called Feature. It only had maybe 30 horsepower, but man, I promise you, this car drove us everywhere. Imagine having 5 kids and being able to drive them in this small area. Oh Lord, these were good days. And this was my first car, Golf 1, in yellow. I had almost the same car. My engine was 1.3 liter. It had 5 horsepower more than this one, and this one has just a small 1.1 liter engine. And with 70,000 kilometers, oh boy, it is mint from the inside. It really is mint. So these 3 are Balkan more common cars. Too much Mercedes. Way too much Mercedes. A Corvette successfully made 300 kilometers till Stuttgart, and right now we need to drive back home another 300 kilometers, and I think we will make it again. Do you know what's the worst thing about owning a old car? The more you drive them, the more they break down. I had an issue with the heating because I know this heating was fully functional, and right now I wanted to fix Corvette something on the front axle, and guess what? I had some vacuum leak in the interior. And the problem is this vacuum distributor. All I found was these 2 pieces laying down there. Then I tried to find out how this belongs together again, and I found out that this clip is broken. This is the place how it should belong, and you can see on the sides there are notches where this clip should go in and stay there. And of course I don't have new clip. This is something special. So I came up to a solution. I have heated up this screw and I made a thread in this plastic clip. Right now I will put this all back together, and this screw will come from the top side of it and will hold it all together again. And as always, I have found a way how to fix it quickly, and it doesn't make any huge resistance because I used some silicone grease between there. And with all that stuff being fixed, I have found another issue, as always. Another issue is right here. This there is a vacuum switch valve. When you move your hot and cold position, what it does, it actually opens and closes the vacuum ports inside. And those vacuum line goes right down there, and this heater valve is actually there to stop a warm water supply. And guess what? It is broken because I have still warm feet in the car. And another issue was this plastic hose. It had a contact with exhaust manifold down there. So right now I need to order
new parts, actually that one down there, because I cannot sell a car with a heating permanently on.
Right now I can assemble all that back together, and the next issue will be fixed in few days when the parts arrive. Tell me one thing, do you believe that this is still a original heater valve or it was already replaced? Well, it is hard to say. It is not that rusty right here, but it is also rusty up here, and this one is pretty old.
Down there is a brand new one and it works just fine.
No more hot air coming out of that heating core.
Wow, what a chrome!
Handmade. No, I mean handmade. No, I mean handmade. Yeah, handmade. All that, trust me. Next step will be to clean these wheels because they are dirty. They should be a bit more shiny because in 2 days I have TÜV appointment. If you don't know what that is, it is just pain in the ass in Germany. Yes, of course. And I need to prepare the car. He should not be dirty, and after that I will get old-timer approval. It means this car is older than 30 years, so you will get H letter on your plates. It means historical vehicle. If you can recognize these marks, this is actually a sway bar, and when I did full right turn, this tire was rubbing on that sway bar. So this is not allowed in Germany, and anywhere else I would not recommend you to drive the car like this. The problem was in this original piece of metal, it belonged right here, but it was not long enough because someone already cut this part out and welded a new one. He welded it completely wrong. So it means you could always steer more as you should. What I did, I welded this metal piece new again. So now you'll see. And now it is lying on this new piece of metal. As you can guess, I have raised this wheel in the air with that jack. And now this tire is not rubbing anymore on that sway bar. So this is another problem solved. Look at this. I'm not able to sell the car like this. Everything is loose. In order to get to these screws down there, you need to remove the glass. And in order to remove the glass, you need to remove the door panel. And all of this needs to come out in order to reach these 2 or 3 screws in order to tighten this shit down. Yeah, that's the life. Last night my main camera broke down and I was not able to film all of that. And I was pissed off. Believe me on that. But right now the mirror is tight. The mirror is working. I have installed a sound deadening insulation. It looks decent. And it will help to keep the noise out of the car. Trust me on that, this is decent stuff. And right now the last thing I need to do is just to install a door panel. There are no clips on a door panel, only a few screws. And it is a pretty simple way in, way out. At least something is simple on this car. All these parts are still original. Nothing changed from the day one. Let me show you one trick. Right now I don't have any play in the wheel. It feels all tight. As soon as you lift your suspension again, check this out. Clock, 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 clock. And the reason for that clock, clock are these bushings, and they are mounted on a upper arm. I need to change those because I have some strange knocking noise in the front axle. Prepare yourself for bang bang. Oh god, I love this sound. Suspension parts coming out of an engine bay A really great design. Yeah, there it is. If you are planning to change those bushings by yourself, make sure you support with something these two sides, because this control arm is made of a thin material. It is metal, but if you try to press this upper bushing right now in this control arm without these metal pieces in the middle, you will squeeze your control arm together, and that's not the thing you want. So you want it to stay in the same position without squishing it together, and you do want later on this one to still move freely. And going back in through this engine bay should be easy, because I have removed a alternator. Yes sir, it is easy as that. You should not make any mistake with those shims, just place them in the same way you removed them. So it means I had one shim in the front and 4 in the back, so it means one shim is going back in and 4 shims going to the back. Bit grease to keep them into place. And another very important tip, and this is the most important thing, these two bushings are not more plastic, polyurethane. It means they are rubber style right now, and you tied those two screws only with the car on the ground. Right now this car is on the ground because I have lifted this side suspension in the air, and the best time to tie it is now. Otherwise these bushings are dead in 100 kilometers. Front axle is back together. No more knocking sound from the front axle. That's fixed. Now it is a next step to fix this door, to fix the spring on it, because when you open the door there is no more spring holding it in a position. This could be the problem. Yes, all that years, and sometimes this material gets tired. He also wants to get retired. So right now you are retired. That's trash. Time for installation. This will be tricky. Let's try my luck. It should be an easy install, they said. We'll see about that. Yeah, I'm checking my teeth because I almost knocked it out because of that stupid design right there. It is finally in, it is working. It's American, so do not accept. It is a American, so don't accept. It is a American, so do not accept. Yes, it is American car, so do not accept. Accept your matter! Yeah, it is a fucking American car, so do not accept. Do not kurwa! Yes, it is an American car, so do not expect something better. The first click and the second click. Not closing. Finally fixed. Pain in the ass. Have you noticed something ugly on this Corvette? Well, I think you did. It is this non-original rubber on this glass, and right now it is the time to remove it because it is just ugly. It is just too thick and it doesn't look fine on this car. Yeah. In order to clean this glass properly, I will remove this roof. To be honest, I found a original rubber for this glass, of course in America, and they wanted $250 for it. Do you know what I said? Well, you can assume it. But I'm not paying that. I came up to idea, let's check on this rubber in internet, and of course I found the same one. It goes all the way around, it fits perfect, and it cost 30 euros. And on the next day it arrived. Sometimes you just need to use your brain. Right now I'm gonna fit it, and the edges will be glued in and the rest will stay like this. It fits just perfect. Let me teach you something. If you wanna get such a perfect 90 degrees cut, like this one, all you need to do, you need to measure how bright your new gasket is, and then mark the opposite side of it, like here and there. It means you will cut on this edge and on that edge. And after that, you will get this perfect match. Right now I am gonna glue it together with Loctite, because I did it on all the other edges and it is just all fine. For that wheel alignment I wasn't able to choose Corvette C3 in a program. I was able to choose a Corvette C4 because it has almost the same data as the C3, but not the same. Pain in the ass to get there. This side even worse. You can see that the caster stayed in red field, but it is still the correct caster what C3 Corvette should have. The time has come to fill the air conditioning system with this machine, and right now I'm still doing a vacuum and all that stuff, and we'll see if this air conditioning system is all leak free, and after that, well, we will have a nice air conditioning again. Let's start the engine and check what this air conditioning does. Yes. We can hear the compressor is running. So air conditioning compressor is working properly. This line is completely cold, and this vent is blowing right now pretty goddamn cold air, so it means it is running properly again, finally. And I will show you something. In order to check the leakage on an air conditioning system, you need right now this kind of light and these kind of glasses, because only with them you can find and see if there is some leak. And of course in the front too. And you can only check for the leaks if you have added a UV fluid inside of your air conditioning system. If you haven't added, you need some special tool to measure the gas leaking somewhere on these connections. Right now this is the easiest way, but there is something new. This is a very normal lamp, but when you press this button a bit longer, you have this small UV light, and with this one you don't need any glasses. As you can see down there, this is all grease. So what you need right now is a dark place, and with this lamp you will be able to see if you have any leaks, and you don't need any glasses. And with this lamp it is a really nice way and easy way to find out engine leaks or transmission leaks, because it will react on any kind of fluid. And yeah, I do have one leak. Actually, this valve is just a normal valve. You can see it in your tires, but down here is a place where it belongs, and this is a second stupid valve. I'm not sure what is it good for, but I think I need to put it back in, and with this new valve I need to fill the air conditioning again, and then it should be leak free again. My son and me, we are on the way to my friend Nico to measure engine power on this lazy Corvette. And I'm really curious if this one has 190 horsepower as it should, and we'll see it in a minute. So, thanks to my friend Nico, we do have all the power this engine should have. So it means it is a perfect running and functional engine on this nice Corvette. Und so. And all the credits for measuring the power goes to my friend Nico, because he has all that equipment and passion for those old cars. He is not restoring cars anymore, but he is fixing all that old engines, and he does have equipment to set the carburetors, to set or to reprogram your new and modern ignition. He can tune or overhaul your complete engine, and on the end he can perfectly adjust your engine. Motorentechnik Jekyll. Link down below. I am happy to show you that this Corvette is finally working properly. It runs, it pulls, it brakes. Engine is all fine. As you have seen, I do have 185 horsepower. Unbelievable after all these years. And it really pulls like that. We all know 180 horsepower ain't that much. I mean, for this car, for American engineers. And what that means, it is all factory. There is no mods on this car. There is no tune-up. It is all stock. And if someone is looking for a stock Corvette C3, this is the right place for it. Temperature just fine, oil pressure is alright. We have spent maybe 10 liters of fuel, of course, but we made it. Which two-seat, two-door coupe can do this? Just write it down in comments. Which one can do it too? I can perfectly relax and I can sleep in this one without any issues. And I can still enjoy with my wife or my girlfriend or maybe my lover. You never know. Let's enjoy it a little bit more. And there is still something else what you can do in this car, only for adults. I brought this Corvette to a M539 detailing, and these guys, they did a great job. They polished the exterior, they made the interior clean again, and there are no more scratches in this beautiful paint job. Interior is in a really nice shape. There are no cracks in the seats, in the leather, it is all fine, it looks so beautiful. And almost no wear, as you can see, still looks perfect. Some small issues in the dash, but I think you need to live with that because it is an old car and it is not restored. No cracks, all mint, and those power seats are working without any issue. Isn't it nice, huh? The glass on the top is not leaking because of new rubber, and it looks goddamn great. It is such a nice feeling to drive this car on a sunset with this glass roof. This engine makes enough power, and there is, well, for now, no issues with that air filter. It's all clean, nothing painted. It means it is still original. It is old and clean and look decent. Radiator is new, fan clutch is new, water pump is new, all done by previous owner. I successfully brought AC system back to life. It is working, it's blowing cold air and it is ready for the summer. There is something else. What I need to tell you is I have deactivated this AGR valve because you don't need that crap back in your intake. That would be it for now. If you have any questions about this car, write me an email. I will give you all the data you need with price, with all that stuff you want to know. Again, huge thanks to all my supporters. I really appreciate it because it means a lot to me. Let's make our life easier and continue with BMWs, or called BMWs. Thanks a lot, thanks for watching, and see you again in the next episode of 850 CSI, or maybe I have bought something else. Till then, bye bye.